Good morning, everyone. So I finished this yarn right here. It's so pretty, so textured as well. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm gonna finish this sometime, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I just don't feel like it right at this moment. But what I do feel like doing is starting a new spin. I think I want to spin up this fiber that I got at the Estes Park Wool Market. Here's what it looks like. So many different colors, and it says it is 70% merino, 30% tussa silk. The colorway is called Centaurus, something like that. And it's by the brand Apina Fiber. So pretty. Colors are a little bit different than what I usually spin. So, you know, see how this turns out. Get a little funky with it. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of its braid and then start prepping it for spinning. Separating all the fibers, pre-drafting them and all that, and then hopefully getting it on the wheel today. That's my goal. So let's get started with this. Alrighty, my fiber is prepped and ready to go. I'm excited to get this on the wheel. Alrighty, let's start this up. I think I need more tension. It's a little fast. I don't know why, but the wheel kind of sounds a little wobbly. Do you hear that clicking? Interesting. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I did start a little bit further back than I usually do. I usually put this hook in the middle. Not sure if that's the issue, but all right. Also, the Tour de Fleece is coming up. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with that. I've been doing a little bit of research. I know that when the Tour de France is going on, or is it Tour de France? Whatever. Whenever that's going on, you spin with the schedule of that event. So I'm trying to figure out what the schedule is. I know you can join teams. I don't think I really want to do that this year, but I'm gonna have to figure it out. It starts on July 4th. It goes all through July. It's essentially just a way for spinners to challenge themselves by spinning nearly every day, I think. Some people like track how many yards they spun that whole time, stuff like that. So yeah, whenever I know more about it, I will let you know what I'm doing, because I just need to do some more research and figure out what's going on. And also I have a job, so I can't just be spinning while the event is like going on. So I'm gonna have to kind of adjust from there, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try my best though to do that, participate in it in a way. That is my goal for that. Also, when I spin with tussa silk, it's usually super messy. It gets all over the place. It's kind of shiny, but I don't see any shininess in this roving here. I mean, I'm sure the silk is in there. Maybe it's just a different type of tussa silk. I don't know. I have no idea, but it feels very smooth and it has not been messy at all so far. Good morning, everyone. It is my birthday. Yes, happy birthday to me. I don't really have any plans today. It is Wednesday. It is my day off from work. So usually I'm just hanging at home, spinning, stitching. I'm probably gonna go to the garden because I just wanna check it out. I know the komatsuna has grown a lot, so I might harvest that a little bit. So I figured I would take you along on my day today. We'll go check out the garden. It's grown a little bit. There are some exciting things happening, which I will show you when we get there. And I don't know, I have like a little push to go to a fiber store. There is one called Piney Creek. I've only been there one time, but they had some pretty stuff and I kind of want to go again. I'm not sure how far it is. I want to say it's semi-close, but it still probably is like 20 minutes. Yes, 20 minutes. It opens at 10. So do I want to do 20 minutes out and then 20 minutes back? Maybe, I don't know. I have nothing else to do with my day, so why not? I didn't really look around the shop too much when I was there last. I just went to the fiber section, so maybe I'll just like browse a little bit and see what's going on. Other than that, I got my first YouTube paycheck. Thank you so much. It was $104. Very exciting. I have decided to keep all of my money that I earn from YouTube or Etsy or Amazon associate links, anything like that, I put into a separate account to fund my hobbies, because I'm gonna be doing my hobbies whether I'm filming and putting it on the internet or not. Filming and editing just happens to be another type of hobby that I love and am passionate about. So with that said, I figured if I'm making money from showcasing my hobbies online, then I should take that money and put it back into my hobbies, because I don't know, us fiber artist people, we just love to branch out to many of the other types of fiber arts, whether it's spinning, then maybe weaving, knitting, crochet, felting, sewing, cross stitching. Those are also fiber arts because you're working with fibers, embroidery, rug making. I don't know, there's like so many hobbies under the fiber arts umbrella, and I feel like a lot of people who are interested in those hobbies are always trying to branch out and try new things, and I'm the same way. I love doing so many things, so much that I just don't have time to do all the things. Like I have a running list that's like this big of all of the things that I want to do and accomplish, and it's almost like every week I'm like, all right, let's do it. But then I don't have time to get all that stuff done. So I'm chipping away at my list one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time. I'm having so much fun. I just love to work with my hands. It's my most favorite thing to do. I love to create so much. I love textures and soft things. If you go shopping with me, you will see me touching everything or smelling things like candles or whatever. I'm just a sensory person, if that makes sense. So fiber like this, I just love so much because it's so soft, so squishy. It just does something good to my brain. So getting back to my day plans, we're gonna go to garden. I think I'll take a little trek out to Piney Creek Yarns, see what's going on there. Come back, I'm going to be working on this spin right here, which is looking so beautiful. Let me bring you in real close here. Look at it, it is beautiful. I love these colors so much. Oh, it looks so good. And this yarn is very easy to spin. It's so easy to keep correct tension on it. I just love it, and it's turning out so amazing. I have also put this yarn on my nitty knotty and it's tied. I just have to soak it for like 15 minutes and then hang it to dry. So I'm gonna do that also when I get home. I cannot wait to see how this looks when it's all finished. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. It's just such a fun, funky yarn, and I love that. So let's get on with it. Let's go see what's going on in the outside world. Here's the garden. So many weeds still, oh my God. I'm trying, I am really trying to get these weeds under control. Here's the komatsuna. Oh, it's looking so good. I could harvest some today, but I don't think I will yet. This is kale. It's doing okay. And then there's another kale. Oh my gosh, being overtaken by weeds. Ugh. I have 7 beans here. Here's a new one my boyfriend got from work. So I took it and I put it in here. I have tomatoes. I have 4 of them. Again, my boyfriend got one at work. Here it is. I have 1 tomato on there. So exciting. Over here is like a volunteer, I think, zucchini plant. You can see one right in there. I think it's a zucchini, but this popped up from last year, so I decided to keep it. These are garden peas. Oh my gosh, 2, maybe 3 peas on the plant. How exciting. My peas did not do well this year at all. I have no idea why. These are all onions. They're doing amazing. Ugh, onions are so easy, just so easy. This is a calendula. Oh my gosh, so soon I get to see it. There's another one right here. Yay. I have beans right there. They're looking a little yellow. They're definitely struggling. I also have some beans here. They're kind of all in this patch amongst the weeds. I have 2 large potato plants here, and then there are some smaller potatoes in this section as well. I planted chamomile from my balcony out here the other day. It's looking a little sad. It definitely needs water. Here are more zucchini. This one right here, that one over there. I also have yellow squash. I think this is it. I don't know why it's not really taking off, and I had another one, but it just also did not take off. So the yellow squash is just lacking, definitely. And right there is daikon, looking good. Oh, and on the peppers, I have 1 pepper. Look, if the camera can focus. How exciting is that? This is the candy cane chocolate covered cherry pepper. They're all flowering, which is great. So I'm hoping for some good peppers this year. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna water and then we're gonna go fiber shopping. So good. Oh, I love a matcha latte, hot or iced, but since it's summer, I'm definitely going iced most days. So I have that other yarn soaking, and I did buy some fiber at Piney Creek Yarn. This is what I chose to buy with my first YouTube paycheck. Thank you guys so much for watching, because without you, I wouldn't have that, but here it is. This is from Greenwood. The colorway is called Bountiful, which I thought was very fitting. I love these colors. They're so beautiful. They're definitely like jewel tones, autumn vibes. This is 100% Polwarth, which I don't think I've ever spun before. They also had one in the same colorway, and it was 100% Targhee. I'm not sure if I've spun that either, but the Targhee felt a little bit scratchier than the Polwarth. Like, this one feels so soft. So that's why I decided to go with this one. So branching out with a never before spun by me fiber. That's really great. And honestly, Piney Creek, they don't have a giant spinning section. It's very small. It's just one wall. Most of the fiber was Greenwood, and then they had a bunch of fiber that was, it looked like bulk almost. You could buy it like in bulk, and they're all different colors. Maybe it's for felting, I'm not sure. So this is what I chose from that wall. Exciting. I'm now going to get on with this spin right here. I have 2 more tubs to get through. So let's see how far I can get today. Let's do it. Hello everyone. So I finished this yarn right here. It's so cool, so textured. I really, really love it. Let's see if I can get some good light. I want to show off the texture so you can really see what's going on. My Hank skills here are just not good. Here it is, so beautiful. This ended up being 238 yards and 94.4 grams. I love the texture in it. It's just so cool. And if I were to like lay this out straight, it would be kind of smooth section, and then a textured section, and then a smooth section, and then a textured section, and so on from there. I love this so much. I definitely want to do more textured yarns. I think they're so fun and funky. You know, I just love the funk, okay? And I don't know, I never really see a lot of textured yarns out there, or textured roving out there in the wild. And I'll show you what the roving looks like, because it came from this mixed bag that I got in Finland. And let me see if they even have some in here still. I'm not sure I do, but it kind of looked like this with all those little bits in there. So when I was drafting it, it would be, well, I could only draft it a little bit because there was like a lot of like pieces of wool in there. And then it was held together by like a small amount of just smooth wool. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly, but just know that it had a lot of little bits like that. And then that's how it ended up like this. This is all I have left from Finland. So fun. It would also make a funky yarn, so I'm excited to use this someday. And as for the yarn that I'm spinning currently, here is what it's looking like. It's so beautiful. It's spinning up like a dream. So smooth, very consistent, very thin. I love it. It's beautiful. I love the colors. They're just so fun. And I'm almost done with that. I have this much to go. So I'm gonna finish this tonight because that's like nothing. And then I'm gonna move on to prepping this fiber for the second bobbin, and then I will ply them together. So that's the plan with what's going on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just finish off this bobbin and then start prepping the next one. Okay, so I have a very important update. I got a package at my door and it's from my parents. And so I just FaceTimed them and opened the package. And so now I'm going to show you what the package is. I'm so excited. Oh my God. Okay, just gonna go ahead and leave this here. Yes, it is a loom. It's the loom that I wanted, the Kromsky Harp Forte, 24 inches. I'm so excited. Let me show you the box because it's just taking up my entire desk right here. But this is what it looks like. It has a bunch of paper wrapped parts and I'm gonna have to build this. This is the instruction manual here. So I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on here because I have no idea. I briefly looked through this and I can do it definitely because I can build things, but I'm still so new to the world of looms. I'm gonna have to look up a lot of YouTube videos. I did look up some classes in Denver and there was one, I think at Blazing Star Ranch for a rigid heddle loom, which is what this is, but it's in, well, the first one is like July 3rd. And I don't know, that's like too soon for me, I think. And then the second class is in September. So I don't know, I guess by September, if I feel like I'm still confused, then maybe I'll take that class. Although I do have some fiber friends here. One of them weaves a lot, so I could always just go and have her teach me and see if I can like get it from there. I generally like to figure things out myself first, but I don't know, we'll see. My parents requested me building this on a time lapse, so I'm gonna put you on a time lapse as I build this on the floor, and then I'll show you what's going on after that. Okay, so I think I have done it. I'm gonna have to probably set on like a sturdier surface to make sure everything is like screwed in tightly, but I think that I did it. Let me show you from my point of view. Okay, so I think it's backwards. I think this is the rear, that's the front up there. So right now it's just kind of facing us backwards. I didn't quite understand this part, like the string. I mean, I think I got them all strung up, but this one shows 3 holes and mine has an extra hole, probably because mine is bigger. But I think I did this, I don't know. It's called, I think this is called the warp. Yes, this is how you will thread the string after you have placed warp on dowel using the warp helper, which I think this is the warp helper. And other than that, I don't know. And then it just shows this picture right here. And I'm like, okay, so yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to like look up a extremely in-depth how-to videos so I can make sure I really have this set up correctly. It's mostly just pictures, but like I need more in-depth instructions, I guess. So yeah, that was the end of it. Oh, okay. This also shows you what's going on, which is good. I will definitely double check this. What I have left in the box are these, which I think are shuttles. And then this, I don't know what this is. It didn't bring it up in the instructions, and these parts are not labeled, so I don't know what it is. It would be helpful if they labeled everything on here because I don't know the technical names for each part. So that's what I have going on so far. I would say it was pretty easy to set up. There were a few areas where like it was really hurting my hand using this screwdriver, so I did get out my drill and I very carefully and slowly drilled in the screws that were hurting my hands. Everything has like a pilot hole drilled drilled in there, so you do know where to be drilling things. But also what I'm confused about is, what is this? Did I miss a step? No, I have no idea. I don't know what to do with these. I have 3 of them. These 2 things, which I don't know what they are, and then I have this one. So I have no idea what these are, what they go to. I don't know, it doesn't tell me. And then I have another string. Maybe it's just extra. I also have a bunch of these, which they're different sizes, or maybe just one is a different size and the rest are like the smaller ones. Again, not labeled, don't know what these go to. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some major research. I also have these screws, and then I have 2 washers. Not sure what's going on. I don't have any more screws, so yeah, I don't know really what I'm doing here. Yeah, it's getting late. I think it's 6, and Love Island comes on in like 30 minutes. So I'm probably gonna just move over to the couch and start my cross stitch project. And then tomorrow after work, I will dive in and then see what's going on even more. And hopefully I'll have a really great update for you on everything. Let's hope. It's so fun, but it's also frustrating because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I need more clear instructions here. Maybe Krumsky has a YouTube channel. They possibly do. So I'm gonna check that out. I'm just gonna really scour YouTube and look for how-to visual guides and the names of the parts. Oh, I guess this does have some names of the parts, but not every part is used, and I have all these parts. So yes, okay, well, I will see you tomorrow, hopefully with a great informative update. Okay, so I have tried to figure out the loom stuff. I can't figure it out. I think I'm gonna take a class on weaving, or like a beginner's class, so I can just figure out how to get started. It's very frustrating. I tried to figure it out on my island, and I was following my instructions online, and I got stuck. And then I got frustrated, and I was like, I just don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't think I have enough room. I don't have a table for it. Like, I just am not quite sure what to do. I have kind of figured out what all those parts were yesterday. A lot of them have to do with warping the loom. So I figured that out, but yeah, I just don't really have the space to do it, or I don't know, I'm just at like a standstill. So you're gonna have to see in a future video, me figuring out this loom. And if I take a class, I think it's gonna be like next week or something. There aren't that many weaving classes. So yeah, I might just have to take the earliest class. Alrighty, well, I have to go edit this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to join me on the journey of figuring out this loom. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.